Hi friends. So I was looking for a book to replace What If You Had Animal Teeth? And I couldn't really find one with a lot of animal facts or anything like that. So I figured we'll take a break from Shel Silverstein's poems and we'll start a new book. And this is also a book that I've had since I was a little girl. My mom gave it to me for a gift for something. Who knows, a birthday or maybe Easter or something. But I really like it, and I hope that you like it too. It is called Letters from Felix. And it is by Annette Langen and Constanza Droop. And it's called Letters from Felix, a Little Rabbit on a World Tour. So I really like this story. Letters from Felix. At the end of vacation, something terrible happened. Suddenly, in the middle of the airport, Sophie's cuddly rabbit Felix disappeared. "Don't worry, Sophie," Mom reassured her and put her arm around her. But Sophie felt a big lump in her throat. That means she felt really nervous. What if Felix is lost forever and ever, she thought. "I'll find him," Dad promised, and started looking right away. "We'll help too," her brothers and sister added. But even though Lena, Nicholas, Julius, Sophie, and Dad, 5 people, ran all around looking and asked everyone they met, the little rabbit was nowhere to be found. So when I show you the picture, there are little labels next to each of Sophie's siblings that kind of tell you which sibling it is, and also her dad. And if you have eagle eyes, which is what they call someone who can see really well, then you might be able to find Felix in the airport in the picture. So I'm gonna hold it up for a little while because I want you to have a chance to look all around and see if you can find Felix. Because if you remember what I just read, nobody, the 5 people that were looking, could find him. So let's see. So here's the whole picture, and I'm gonna show you this side up close so you can look around. And you can look for the labels telling you who Sophie's family members are, and also so you can look for Felix. So here is one side of the picture. And then we have the other side, which is here. And I will go closer for you to be able to take a moment. I'm gonna go all the way across again so that you can see if you can find little Felix the rabbit. I'm gonna read one more page and that'll be it for today. This was very, very bad. Sophie and Felix had known each other forever, or at least since they had snuggled together in Sophie's crib. And even when Sophie grew bigger, Felix still got to sleep in the bed. The little cuddly rabbit and Sophie were inseparable. Inseparable means you couldn't separate them. Only when she went to school did he have to wait for her at home. And every afternoon she would tell Felix exactly what had happened at school. They shared everything. Sophie was sure that Felix loved spaghetti more than anything, just as she did. Felix always understood Sophie, and Sophie knew what Felix wanted to say to her. When it was time for their plane to leave, there still wasn't the slightest trace of Felix. So Sophie had to board the plane without her cuddly rabbit. She didn't want extra ice cream or the seat by the window. She just sat sadly. To cheer Sophie up, her little sister, Lena, drew a rabbit with crayons for her. He did look a little like her lost Felix. Sophie swallowed hard and swallowed again. And then a tear and more tears ran down her cheeks. Back home at bedtime, the bed seemed scary and empty without Felix. And so, the summer vacation came to a sad end. So I'm thinking about Sophie's little sister, Lena, who drew a picture of Felix to give to Sophie. And I'm thinking that a character trait for her might be thoughtful. So when we're reading stories, or when you're reading stories or listening to stories, you should stop and think about, what are the character traits of these characters so far? And the only way we can really know character traits is to think about how the characters act. What do they say and what do they do? Because a kind character will do kind things and say kind things. A disrespectful character would say and do disrespectful things. So while we're reading this each day, I do want you to think about some character traits. And also, I want you to think about problem and solution, right? So Sophie's problem is that she lost Felix, and her family tried to solve that by looking all over the airport for Felix. And we haven't solved that problem yet, but let's think about that as we read the story too. So, friends, I hope that you like this so far, and I hope you're wondering what happened to Felix, and is Sophie going to be able to find him again? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Come back. Read with me again. Have a good one. Bye.